Everybody, we are back. It is Tapedontlie.store's favorite podcast, favorite channel, favorite everything. We are back. You guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Also, follow us on Twitter at the Mark John NFL for me, at mholder95 for Matt, and of course, pandasups.com. Discount code TDL, 25% off. Also, make sure you always check out the Bo Jackson stuff here, or hit up Homage.
Sure sweaters going.
Yeah, get the sweaters going. I got it. I got an old school Tapedontlie sweater on, but Matt's repping for Homage here. We got the Homage here, and also don't forget to hit the Tapedontlie.store, Tapedontlie.store. I knocked Matt off again. I keep doing that. That damn QR code.
It's becoming a trend, man. I don't know. It's
I don't know.
Once is a mistake, man. Twice, I don't know.
Oh man, I have too much stuff to sell. I need a script. I gotta get a script here. Yeah. But yeah, Tapedontlie.store. We already got a couple sales in there, so I appreciate you guys. You guys are buying stuff.
Appreciate y'all.
So yeah, appreciate that with the channel. Yeah, so it's gonna help us out a lot, I believe. All right, so yes, subscribe, and also get all that stuff as well. But here we're talking about the miserable football. That's what we're really here to do. I know this. It sounded great to start the show, a lot of positivity, but from here on out, guys, it's about to get really negative. So if you don't want some negativity in your life, this is not the episode for you. But if you want to see some really bad film, this is it. This is you come to the right spot. This is the show to watch this week.
Yeah, my guy, our guy Ryan Holmes, asked me, he's like, "Do I even bother today? Like, I've been taking a few weeks off." I'm like, "Just save yourself, man." I'm sure. I know the Chiefs game was worse, and then probably just living in the moment. But I just sat there. I'm like, dude, this is some of the worst film I watched. And again, if I went back and watched the Chiefs game, I'd probably feel differently. But there was, I reached a point, and I'll show the clip where I was like, I don't know if I can do this for 7 more weeks, because it's pathetic. At the end of the day, there are guys out of position in week 12 coverage breaks, or week 11, coverage breaks, still missing tackles, even though missed tackles weren't even the biggest problem. They're not getting lined up correctly still, leaving gaps open. It's the first clip I'm going to show today. I'm breaking down Tonka Hemingway, by the way.
Okay.
And the first clip I'm doing, he's involved in it. But there's a lot of crap going on. And that was my moment where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I can keep watching this. It is legitimately unwatchable football at this stage. I mean, we have to, because that's our job. But if it wasn't, probably should be watching Red Zone.
Yeah. It was ugly. I mean, the offensive side of football is kind of unexplainable to watch. I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. This offensive line, it definitely was probably some of the worst offensive line play I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I've ever seen a worse offensive line play. I'm trying to think into some times when I was doing the show. Have I ever seen worse? Okay, all right, Matt. So I'm gonna let you take a guess, because I'm a little different than PFF and some of their stuff, right? How many missed blocks do you think Will Putnam had throughout this game?
How many blocks? How many total?
Missed blocks, just
No. How many? Blocks. Yeah, I'm saying how many total
throughout the game? How many do you think?
No. How many just total blocks?
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, how many total?
58. 58.
I'll say 10. It's got to be more than that. But 10.
You're close. 14.
The other number in my head was 15. So.
You would have been closer.
I gave him a little bit of credit.
14. And I caught 2 more putting this show together. So I was at 12. Now I want to go back through and make sure I didn't miss anything. So now I want to make sure I got to go back all this whole tape.
So what you're saying is it could be 20.
It could be more. I remember
could be 2/3 of the plays. Yeah, is my no, a third of the plays. My math's off.
Yeah. 8 pressures. I have him for 8 pressures. Meredith has 5 or 6. I know I'm
Did PFF take pity on him then? Because I think they only gave him credit for 4. Although it might have just been a loss that they didn't give up.
I'm going to show you 7 right now. I think in my breakdown. I don't know. Maybe some of these don't count as pressures. I don't know. Maybe some of them don't.
Just watching the broadcast, when I saw only 4 from PFF, I'm like, that feels too low. I think maybe I'm off on that, but yeah, I remember seeing it and be it felt like more than that.
because I think one I didn't give to Meredith because Putnam trips him. He gets pushed back and then he trips Meredith, and then Meredith gets the pressure, of course. But he got tripped from the center. But it was just running for you. Yeah, man. And also, this running game is predictable as hell. I'm showing that too this week. I like it. It is literally probably the most predictable run game in football. So they couldn't run the ball, and they couldn't block. I think they were scared to run the ball, which pisses me off too because Caleb Rogers isn't out there. But you put Will Putnam out there, and you're terrified to run the ball. I think they were scared to run the ball. I think they knew that guy sucked, and they're like, we can mitigate this with a ton of play action. That's bad. I have a lot of rants about this offense. The Cowboys were playing 10 yards off. Man. Ashton Jeanty should have had 12 catches. They didn't figure it out until they were down 31-9. I was like, yo, this is. And then went right to the field to score a touchdown off screens. I'm like, they're giving you that the whole game. Like, what are you looking at on your tablet? Like, what are you. Nobody's saying anything? Gino didn't notice it? It was pissing me off. I was like, bro.
That kind of confirms to me that like Chip Kelly's just like protecting his ass and like covering for his job because he's up in the booth. He should be seeing that, and Pete's sitting there like saying like, "Oh, I'm dictating the game plan." That feels like Chip Kelly's just like, "All right, well, I'm just trying to like appease my boss so I don't get fired." And like, because there's no way you can tell me that he didn't see that. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like Peyton Manning is calling it out on the Manning cast on the pick that Gino threw, where he's yelling to throw the check down to Ashton Jeanty for a free like 10 yards. Yeah. Like you can't tell me that Chip Kelly wasn't seeing that. I mean, he was just at some point like just saying like, well, this is what my boss is saying to do, so I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? I'm sure we've all been there in that situation where like, we do something at work that we don't think we know is not right, but the guy that controls whether we get fired or not is telling you to do it.
Lots of play, yeah, because that really felt like what they were trying to do, but it just. But to me, it's a little bit on Gino too, because like I feel like Gino should see that too. I mean, we can talk about him and Chip, right? But Gino, it shouldn't even matter. Like Gino should have been like at that point catching the ball and throwing it right to Jeanty, like automatically, right? One, because there's a guy who had 14 missed blocks in front of him. That was a little my problem with Gino too. Like Gino, like the guy, he can't block an NFL player. You can't hit that. You can't hit the dagger today. You got to get rid of the ball, and then that's why he got sacked 4 times. You know, and then Parham is hurt. So, but he's out there. He looked terrible because he's hurt. He's awful. And then they moved Meredith, and then Meredith had his worst game of the season. You know, so
looked like he hadn't played guard in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. To me, the more disappointing guys were Parham and DJ Glaze. I don't know how you looked at how you saw DJ Glaze.
He didn't play well.
He didn't play well. Yeah, the whole line didn't play well. So those 2 guys were the most disappointing because Stone Forsythe is whatever. He's in the game because Colton Miller's injured. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Parham is playing, and granted he's banged up too. But Parham is playing his natural position, and he's a starter. So is DJ Glaze. Like those are the 2 guys, especially in a situation where like you have. One of your other starters out, or one of your other starters from last week, I should say, out, and you got a former undrafted free agent making his first start, filling in at center. You need your 2 guys that are like in there routinely and have plenty of experience to really step up and kind of pick up the rest of the slack. And they were just part of the problem instead. That's to me is almost more disappointing than anything Will Putnam did, because Will Putnam, I'm not expecting anything from him. You know what I mean? And Jordan Meredith's kind of the same thing. He's playing a new position, and I mean, he keeps getting moved around and whatnot from the last calendar year. So that to me is like the inexcusable part. Is like the fact that Parham and Glaze couldn't step up and be the players that they needed them to be.
Yeah, and Meredith, he's never played right guard too. He played left guard last year.
He played a little right last year, but not much.
Yeah, not much, right? A little bit, but Glaze had just 7 pressures by himself. He had 1, 2, and 7. Yeah, it was awful, man. I you know what?
7 pressures, and here comes Myles Garrett.
It gives a positive defense. I'm sorry, I've been ranting about this offense. This is so bad.
I mean, I don't have anything more positive. Okay. To be honest with you. Like Max Crosby, let's say this: Max Crosby, a freak, 90-something PFF grade, 100% agree with it. Was it living in the backfield? I mean, the only guy that like to me like consistently showed up, I guess Devin White and Landon Roberts had like some good moments, but even so, a few plays by them that we'll see here that weren't great. But yeah, Max Crosby was the positive part. I just feel bad for him because he played a hell of a game. And like again, had his highest PFF grade of the year. I was actually outgraded Myles Garrett because of what he did against the run this past week, even though Garrett had 4 sacks.
Yeah.
So like he played really well. Everything else was pretty rough. I mean, you guys saw it. The Cowboys got what they wanted. They should have put up 40. Granted, 2 of those points are on the defense, but the Dak just, I don't know what he was thinking, threw off his bat, without having his feet sit on that 4th and goal, and CD couldn't haul it in because CD was hungover. And him and put it this way, there was a rumor flying around that CD was apparently seen on game day throwing up in front of a casino at 7:30 in the morning, and it was, as we saw, him and George Pickens were suspended for the first series of the game. And if you told me which team was or which players were hungover between the Raiders secondary and George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, I'm not picking the Cowboys players. I'll tell you that's for sure.
Pickens was out with them too.
Well, I saw, or the thing that I was floating around on Twitter that one of the Cowboys radio guys posted was just about CeeDee Lamb, but both of them were benched right for that first series, and I mean they were just kind of putting 2 and 2 together that they were probably out there because they weren't really saying what it was. And it was something, I think it was something about like missing a meeting, maybe they were keeping it pretty hush. So not exactly a good look, but either way, it was to get beat out by a guy that was clearly, or it's presumptively violently hungover. It was rough. And just, again, I guess goes to show you how much they respect this Raiders defense going into it. The fact they had to win a game and decided to go out partying the night before in Vegas and still balling out.
I know. Well, I mean, CD did have a respectable 5 for 66, so he probably was a little bit hungover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a full on dominance. He was he was feeling it a little bit. That's why they're throwing to Pickens so much. Pickens had a couple drinks. He didn't go
Pickens
hard.
Pickens was in bed by his cool 5:30 in the morning.
I was back and forth, Coach. CD, he stayed.
Yeah. So.
All right.
But anyway, okay. I'm gonna be focused on a lot because I told you all I'd dive into them, and again, I don't need you guys. I'm sure you guys don't need me to rehash how bad the whole defense was. We will look at one clip. That's about it. It's Tonka Hemingway, who, be honest with you guys, he's got a lot of work to do. Still struggling against double teams. That was one of my issues with him coming out of college. That was a big part of why, if you go look at his run defense grade, I think it was like 29 or something like that. That's the biggest problem. But I will say there were a handful of reps where they were encouraging, where he shows a little bit of strength. Like he had one block against Tyler Guyton that he finally got solo blocked on, and he actually did pretty well. But we'll see a little bit of the good and the bad, and kind of highlight where he can get better and stuff like that. But definitely has some work to do moving forward for sure.
All right. Be excited to see that because I really haven't got a chance to deep dive into him and check him out. So be excited to see that one. But let's do this offense. I'm just going to get because I want to get this over with. So let's start here. Week 1. Okay, we're gonna go back in time. So we're going back in time. We're here week 1, and we're get one of these run plays here. I believe this is a duo run here. So we're getting some. Correct on this? Yeah, sir. So you're getting duo here, okay? I mean, so you see what Trey Tucker is right here. Trey Tucker, right? Look at this alignment. Just kind of look at this aligned, how they're set up here, right? And of course, I mean, this got stuff too this week because JPJ's got bombed. It was Meredith, I think maybe. He gets destroyed here by Tonga. Oh yeah, JPJ did. So yeah, just Tonga just destroyed that play, which he's been doing the whole year. Honestly, because he was dominant against the Raiders. But all right, so now let's go. Here we are. We're in week 11. Okay, so week 11 was this week 11, right?
Yeah,
it's week 12, week 11. All right. See, I mean, Trey Tucker, he looks like he's the exact same spot. And then, I guess we'll just add a second tight end. We'll add a second tight end in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just switch it up, right? But it's the exact same look. Well, we're not in shotgun now anymore. But you can see here, let me back it up a little bit. Watch Malik Hooker and Elijah Clark right here. Watch these two. Watch these two. They start talking to each other. He starts pointing this way,
Yeah.
right? So then what happens? Malik Hooker slides over, and then you get some duo, right? But then they have these three players in all three gaps, right? So you got, what is that? Weak side, B gap, and you got A gap, and then strong side right here, right? And then strong side, B gap right there, and then you can't really block all of this. I mean,
Right.
it's literally impossible. So this have a
You got
blitz,
8-man
but
box.
mm-hmm. So it's just
8-man box with the corner playing low.
mm-hmm. Easy stuff, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's this is why it's predictable. All right, and then like of course the best run is something they really haven't done all year is a QB draw, a little draw here. It's the best run we're gonna get all year, guys. This is it. And I just want to say every time they're in shotgun though, I'm telling you how far they're playing off. They had these light boxes like this, and they didn't run the ball. I just don't know what they're doing. Like they literally could do this all game. Like the one game you could run shotgun chip, they're like begging you, and you're like, no. It made no sense to me, man. I just, it's such frustrating. I'm tired of him too. I am. I'm not gonna lie. All right, and this play is why. This play is why you got so you got some brand new offensive lineman here. You got Jordan Merritt playing guard. He hasn't played right guard. Like Matt said, he might play a little bit last year, but he's played right guard all year. Parham, he's injured. Glaze is playing absolute hot garbage, and Stone Forsythe is playing garbage too. So, you know what you do? You add some cool new run play this week. And sure, like to me, when I watched this, I was like, this would maybe work in college if you had Trayon Henderson and it was just 1-on-1 with some defensive end from Texas Tech.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, easy
right?
now. Easy now. That guy's David Bailey. That guy can play.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Wait, my bad.
You're good.
My bad. All right. So, but you know, because the one film dude, he pointed this one out, and he pointed out why. He's like, why is DJ Glaze taking that step? He's taking that step because they're faking counter here. You see what Meredith's doing? They're faking counter one side, so he has to take that step. Right, but this is the NFL. Like the dude, he's watching the running back. What is it? You know, even if you see Genty to kind of take a little bit of step, right, a little bit, it's not that much to sell it, right? And then I don't know what Putnam's supposed to do. I don't know if he's supposed to come around here. That's what I would imagine. But then he can't do it because Glaze is getting his ass kicked, right? That's what I was imagining. And then Dylan Parham's on the floor because he gets tripped because Putnam can't get around DJ Glaze. And then Putnam's like, I'm just gonna run out of the field. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just running.
Yeah, I feel like they were hoping like Ezraku would the 41 would chase down the line, but obviously that didn't happen.
Like, why would he do that? You're being
I'm just
nice,
making
man.
guesses here. I'm just trying to make sense of it.
You're being real nice right now, man. All right, so here's another one play versus the Bears. This is like the first. You remember this is the first time they went under center and they like caught the Bears off guard and they just ran all over them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna see why that stopped after a while. So here's week 4, right? You know, you get some motion here, right? And every time Trey Tucker, basically, I looked up this before. Every time Trey Tucker goes this way, right? You know, instead of the reverse that they've been running, they go the opposite, right? So every time Trey Tucker comes, they go the opposite. Doesn't matter. It could be a mid zone, could be a full outside zone. They go the opposite every time. But this, it could be with a split. You see Parham still gets beat here, but it's a good run by Moser here.
What a block by Miller, man.
You miss Colton, don't you?
Yeah. I do. So fucking much.
This is the, I know, Jesus Christ.
He blocked 2 guys.
Yeah. He blocked 2 guys. He just destroyed them. Okay. So I went ahead a little bit here, but yeah. Yeah, this is the game he got hurt on the trap play.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't have ran. Okay, so now we're here. Now we're against the Cowboys, right? We're getting the motion from Trey Tucker. So which way are they going, guys? They're going the opposite way on a mid zone, right? And then you see Brock Bowers right there with his hands down. You know what's going to happen. They're going opposite way mid zone, or he's handing the ball off to Trey Tucker. One or the other. And then Quentin Williams with one arm. Now, I couldn't get the end zone view of this. That's why I'm so zoomed in. And I wish Parham just helped him more, but this is one arm, okay? You already see what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's one arm. That's one arm, kids. Look how off balance. Like, it's just
Look at his base. I mean, I know, again, no end zone view. It's hard to see, but his feet, his like toes are inside his knees.
And to me, I know why Parham gets a second level here. He doesn't get there anyways, but I just feel like you got to keep blocking Quentin Williams, bro. You got to feel that your homie is just getting lifted. I know you saw this. I know he saw it. He just. All right, so this is like the only original run play we got here. So I mean, this is a little bit of a a lead toss, but for some reason we decided to get smart and have Brock Bowers be the lead instead of Michael Mayer. We want to be smart here. I guess this is kind of to throw them off guard. So because you've watched Michael Mayer on this play, and then you watch Brock Bowers, and it's like maybe you're outsmarting yourself. You know what I mean? you understand what I'm saying, man? And I like Brock Bowers a lot. I do. Best tight end in football. Well, I don't know. I just don't think Andy Reid would do that with Travis Kelce and Noah Gray.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like Michael Mayer makes a better block here. He might not make the best block. He gets beat. But I just feel like it's a better block. And then you got Putnam. He's just chasing somebody because Quentin Williams sees it right away.
Yeah.
He's in full chase mode. And then Parham, he can't. I'm telling you, his pad level was awful this game. That's why I know he's hurt. His pad level never like this bad.
I feel like whoever was asking for why they don't have a fullback, this is a good example. This is the clip you want to share around.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the safety play too here because as you can see at the goal line at the 1. All right, I'm gonna stop it right here. You see Trey Tucker. He's right here, right? Kind of the same exact alignment. This is the same thing. You're going to see the same thing as you saw as before. But this time, they overload, run blitz from this other side. And then Brock Bowers can't get there because, he's on that bum knee. He can't get there on this one. It's a pretty good block from Tucker, though. I'm not going to lie. And then, of course, Ian Thomas, who just, he's the blocking tight end that can't block anybody. And then, because he just gets tossed. And then JPJ, he's fighting. But as you can see here, watch what DJ Glaze here does too. Because he basically kind of fake blocks here on this kind of design. Right? Because it's basically duo or whatever. But on this design, he kind of like fake blocks, and they have this hole right here, right? And this is going to come up in the Cowboys game. So of course they didn't get any, any yards there either. All right, so here we go. Oh, look at that! Trey Tucker's inside. Would you look at that? Would you look at that, kids? I wonder what this is gonna be. What do you guys think of this?
Probably the same play we just watched.
Yeah, on the goal line too. They're on the goal line, and but the difference is they're gonna do like a stunt here. Not a stunt, but it's basically. You tell me exactly what they're doing here, Matt, because you probably know it better than me. But okay, so what you're gonna see is these combo blocks here, right? And you're gonna see that same step from DJ Glaze that you just saw. Okay, so you're gonna get those combo blocks here, right? Which I mean they should do just based on alignment. And you kind of see DJ Glaze kind of make some call to Meredith. You see it, right there.
He's trying to tell him something.
Like, bro, I like the way I'm supposed to block these. Look at that. The way I'm supposed to block these guys. I think somebody's getting free.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, hey, I think you need to, he's like, Meredith, you need to help me over here. You can even see it. I'll show it like right there.
Yeah. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know which one to block because no one's in the B gap when really just protect the B gap. They like basically play the gap and then whoever comes there.
Yeah, right.
Instead of just picking one.
So he does a little fake inside thing, and they're ready for it. Look what they're doing to him. There's two guys.
Yeah.
He has a decision to make. You're like, make a decision, DJ, and he makes the wrong one, and 41 just runs right through safety. But it's just hilarious to me how like DJ's like, hey, hey, Jordan. All right, and that's the run game. Okay, so now we're just into things, right into this passing game, and it's just kind of the bad pass blocking. And but I'll just start off with this one because this just annoyed me because this is just the timing. I'm not gonna get deep dive into this too much, but I just don't see play actions like this where the quarterback has to spin on a fake bootleg to nobody's going this way, and then he has to flip his feet, and he's off time. He's late.
Yeah.
Like I was watching this play, I'm just thinking Matthew Stafford, boom, hits this. Matthew Stafford's right back in his drop. He's right back at the end of his drop. Brock Bowers out of step. The ball's already there. Brock Bowers is running.
Yeah, it's almost like they were like trying to like fake a bootleg, like yeah, because I thought like right there, I thought Gino like you back it up like another frame, like I thought he
Yeah.
was gonna like boot out to the left or something for a second, like what the fuck, man.
So yeah, so it's just shit like this. This shit like this annoys me. Like I just don't understand. Like what is this? What is this? And I think I forgot to put the interception in here, but he did that same drop in the interception. And of course, he was late. All right, so now we're just gonna get some bad offensive line play. Um, this one's frustrating because Ashton Genty's just wide open. I'm not gonna get too deep. I'm not gonna. They're doing a weird ass college play where they're like this super delayed wheel. Like is this? I'm like, bro, it's like just whatever at this point. But anyways, you throw it to Genty. Just look at Genty. Look how far off they're playing. Just throw him the ball. It's first down. What's the worst that could happen? But no. He's trying to get this ball to this Brock Bowers, and he's holding the ball. And you got Meredith on the ground. He's already getting tripped. And it was over. You see it from this side here. It's just watch Meredith get tripped right there. And it's over. It's over. It's over from there. All right, next one here. Here we go. All right. This one is just a missed opportunity that kind of just bothered me here because I mean we're getting White Cross again. I mean and then you get some weird route from you from back. Like this is you don't have the offensive line to do this right now. This is pissing me off about this whole game plan. Will Putnam's playing, but what I didn't like about the throw and why I consider it a miss is because Tucker just beats this guy. He doesn't have to throw a back shoulder. He just throw it over his head.
Yeah, especially with I was checking too. Like it looks like the other safety is occupied by the deep curl route by Thornton.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have your fastest wide receiver on a linebacker in Tampa 2. Just put it on top of the I or on top of the D. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Why like, just throw that over the top.
Like, why do you think he wouldn't beat the linebacker? He's Trey Tucker. He runs a 4.3. Like, what? You know what I mean? Look at the linebackers. He's in panic mode. He's panicking. And he just is airmailed it, basically, in my opinion. Like, outsmart himself. Like he decided he wanted to throw his back shoulder pre-snap, basically, type of shit, and then just will put him get his ass kicked. I mean, it's gonna get worse, kids. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to get through this fast because this is bad. As you can already see here, before we even get to this breakdown. And of course, Chip is running some super deep routes here. He's doing some peel concept with these guys. And I mean, this is a penalty in my opinion because he just hit his legs. But to me, once again, just throw it to you should be throwing it to Genty like right away, bro. It's like it should be like boom, throw to Genty.
Yeah. I also feel like this is part of like what you're talking about a few weeks ago, where like the drops aren't synced with the routes. You know what I mean? Like Gino should be continuing to drop, and then you have a little bit more time to maybe get something down the field.
Mm-hmm. No, not in Chip Kelly's offense. I mean, that's why it's not working. It's just
Yeah.
Everything
This
is
is a
just
college play. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
The fake play action toss out of shotgun is a college play.
exactly. And then when you have this guy who just can't block, I mean that is a penalty. I'm sorry, that is roughing the
Yeah.
passer. I have no idea how he didn't get that, but the guy was just, I don't blame him. The ref was probably just surprised how bad this blocking was. He's like, oh my god, these guys suck. He's probably just watching this video. All right, so here's another one. Now this one was funny because Tom Brady was here, and this is Haas Juke, right?
Okay.
And I'm sure Tom Brady looked at Jim Gray and said, I would have hit Tucker on the seam here because the safety drops
And the
and
safety rotates down, rip the seam.
yeah, Tom
And
Brady's like, go ahead.
this is the play the Cowboys scored on with the CD Lamb.
Yeah, exactly. Two different quarterbacks. I mean, like, but no, Gino said I'm throwing to Brock, even though it's 3rd and 14 or whatever. He said I'm throwing to Brock on hot seat. I mean, that is the play. Like, no, you're supposed to just read this. As soon as that safety drops, he should be looking at the safety. As soon as this guy drops, boom, hit Tucker, touchdown. He got sacked, and then Stone Forsythe just gets his ass kicked here. I'm trying to get through this, guys. It's because I don't want to give you guys this horror for so long. But as you can see, just Forsythe get his ass kicked. He just just no shot. Big tall man leaning over with like no power. Like I don't just fully bent over, ass kicked. Okay. Now we're not now this was just a bad design again because you're trying to get these play action going here, right? Kind of fake play action, right? But you're depending on you and your hurt lineman. This is a bad block. That's what I'm saying. Parham looked terrible. I've never seen him play with technique like that ever. Just bad. And then then you got Putnam over here who just can't block anybody. And Gino does a good job escaping this, right?
Yeah.
He does a good job escaping, which I think he does way too much. But when he does it, I guess that's what he does. These are the plays that give him confidence. Mm-hmm. Now, this is probably a play that PFF didn't count as a pressure, but I just want to show it because it's funny. I just got to show this on the side. This play action. This is the reason why he didn't complete that. Like, bro, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
go ahead.
I was gonna say that'd be a loss for PFF. So Putnam's gonna get downgraded for that, but that's not a pressure because Williams doesn't technically affect the quarterback at all.
I mean, yeah. Good Lord, you aren't supposed to get beat like that on that type of play. You know what I mean? It's not supposed to happen. All right, here's some more. Now, this one is hilarious because they get to do the same move here. It's like they practiced for this, to be honest. Because I feel like this is not a coincidence. They both did the same exact move. Like, look at them, the same exact move on a play. That's not coincidence, right? I thought, to be honest, when I first saw this, I thought this was a screen. That was a screen, man. That's not a screen.
I mean, if you can't pass block, might as well just run screens.
Oh, it's not a screen. But isn't that interesting to do the same move? I think that's super interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right. So we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. I just got a couple more. Like I literally thought about showing this. Like it's just bad.
What the fuck, man?
Oh man, it's just ugly. Putnam hasn't had a good block. I mean, he just has no tech. I don't know what they're doing over there, technique wise. But they're not developed. Obviously, I mean, this is me getting on the fire Brendan Carroll train. Like I was being fair. I give you some time. I give guys more time than the people.
Yeah.
But when you got a guy at the bench who plays like this, I feel like that's coaching. Like this guy should be the one that's being coached up. This would be the coach guy. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. Like the PFF got this one.
He shouldn't be in the spot at the end. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. like we talk about Caleb Rogers. How bad is Alex Kappa? The fact that they decided to move Jordan Meredith instead of put Kappa out there.
That's true too.
You know what I mean? And not to say that Kappa's any good, but
All right, so this is my bad.
No, you're good. You're good at
so this one just it makes you laugh. Like just like, I mean, he's good. Just like he just doesn't. And then like, there's just a free guy. I don't know. Like he just had no idea what he's doing out there. And maybe they did a coffee house blitz earlier. I didn't show it. And maybe that's what he's worried about. But like, man, he's dude's 55 is a little bit off now. Like that'd be a long coffee house blitz.
Yeah.
I also want to say that this is a corner blitz and Ashton Genty is wide open for a touchdown. To this side.
Yeah.
Wide.
Also, I mean, sorry, were you talking about Put? You think you're saying Putnam should be picking up the stunt there?
I mean, I don't know. It's just funny the way he looked.
Yeah. To me, like, because
Parham's supposed to pick this up, right?
Yeah, I think so. Technically.
Yeah. Right. Because the stunt right there. Yeah, that should be him. Because what happened? Why he's faked out? Why Putnam's so confused? I'll give him credit. Because I'm just joking at this point. Is you see this guy looks like he's about to do the same thing they're doing on this side. Mm-hmm. And he kind of like picked a side, but he just goes out by himself to totally fake them out. They were fucking with Gino too. This was like Gino struggling, as you can tell. Like the coffee house. I didn't even show the coffee house. The coffee house was nasty. And then here is the final play of the game, and this play's hilarious. Because Forsyth's he's way out here. Meredith is looking back. Putnam's looking back. Parham's holding strong though. He's holding strong. You know,
Forsyth had the best seat in the house, man. Yeah, I love how he look. I mean, he's doing. I get it because 35 doesn't like he drops late, but it is hilarious. It's just that still of him just watching, like, oh shit, that looks like something's going on back there.
And they kept doing these moves to them. You see that they kept doing the swim moves to them?
Yeah, those little arm over. Yeah.
That's a technique thing, man. Even though, to be fair, I'm like, just throw it to Tucker, bro. Like, just I don't know if I know he's not looking, which is on the coach, too, and me. Like, why is he not looking yet? Like, God, man. Yeah, anyway, so that was the horror show. I tried to get it through as fast. I could have went into more detail, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to do that. It was a horror show.
The film speaks for itself.
It was a horror show, man. It was. Oh, I never want to watch offensive line play like that again. So I don't know. I don't know what they need to do, but I don't know. I feel like Alex Kappa wouldn't have been that bad. I feel like they just should have played Kappa. At least Kappa could run. Kappa could run block okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I trust. I mean, again, we're getting into bad and shit. Like the difference between bad and shit right now. But like I that's the other thing is like I can't imagine that he would be worse than Will Putnam. And it's it's the same thing I said with Caleb Rogers. Like how bad was Caleb Rogers in that practice that they thought that Will Putnam's going to give us a better chance to win. He had to legitimately just like been like not know the playbook and like they were worried about him giving up like unblocked defenders.
He couldn't run the fake counter with the toss weak like Putnam. Putnam knew the playbook. Putnam knew how to execute the. It's stupid shit. It's stupid shit like that, man. You know it is. Like Putnam could probably knew the play and stupid. And they probably felt Meredith was probably more. They probably put that in for Rodgers because Rodgers is like can move, right? They probably put that in and he wasn't picking it up or something. But either did Putnam, man. Did you see them executing the game? Like this isn't college football. This is when I got frustrated. I'm like, bro, this isn't college football, dog.
Yeah.
You can't be doing some of the stuff that you're doing. You know what I mean? The field, like, you don't have Trayvon Henderson just to run past the safety no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got to be able to scheme guys open a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm Jeremiah Smith, who's just an absolute freak out there. out wide. You know what I mean? And just head and shoulders better than everybody else. Yeah.
All right, let's get some Tonka Hemingway. Let's get into some constructive criticism.
Sounds good. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna let this first play run, and I'm gonna get to Tonka at the end of it, so I can just get transition. But just to show you guys the crap I had to deal with, this is the play that almost broke me.
What the hell, man?
Oh, all right. Well, I'll back this up.
What happened? What is this?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Marcus. First, let's watch Eric Stokes in press coverage against George Pickens. I want you to tell me if this is good press coverage technique.
No.
I don't get the don't get me wrong. Eric Stokes has been their best corner, and I think he played a solid game overall. But I don't get why are you just opening your hips right off the snap in press? You know what I mean? And he doesn't land with the jam. That's not even a good release from George Pickens. But because Stokes has such bad technique and just opens the gate right away, he just wins inside easily, and he doesn't get the jam down. Pickens just wins inside easily, and he can't recover. So Pickens is wide open on the slant. And on this one, I mean, get the arm tackle from Chin, who I can kind of excuse a little bit because they're in man, and he's not in a good spot. But still, okay, we missed that tackle. Then Lonnie Johnson goes high on George Pickens. Okay, we missed that one. And then Darnay Holmes catches George Pickens, and Pickens picks up 10 after contact, 12 after contact. Where is he? We'll give Harlan Holmes a little bit of credit. Say he caught it at the 48. He goes out of bounds, or I think he might have stepped out a little bit earlier. Ends up at the 38, so 10 yards after contact. So this is what I'm talking about, where it's we have bad technique from the jump from one of the best players on the defense this year, which take that with a grain of salt, to be honest with you. A poor tackle attempt from one of the safeties, where it's just an arm tackle, kind of excusable. And then the other safety misses the tackle, and then the nickel just gets taken for a ride. If you're a Challenge fan, this is the CT backpack with Johnny Bananas by George Pickens. I like George Pickens, but not exactly he's DK Metcalf, 230 or anything like that.
I mean, this is you know what I'm saying?
This is the comedy of errors that was Monday night.
Pickens must have still been off the tequila the way he's playing right now.
Yeah, that's maybe those extra couple of hours that he was out at the casino. It would put him some good, because that was a hell of a play. Now, getting back to Tonka, who we're going to focus on for majority of this time. I'm just going to let it run.
Yeah, I was watching this. I thought that's what you're pointing out is just the effort.
Look, man, they're running a little DT twist, right? With Butler as the pick player, and he's going to try and loop around. And I'm assuming he didn't pick up on it because he just engages with this guard way too much. And he just stops. And when he stops, he stops right here. Dak hasn't thrown the ball yet, and there's a lane. I'm not saying to get the sack here, but hey, let's get in this lane, put our hands up, and make Dak throw around us.
Yeah.
And on top of it, the play is still going on, and him and Adam Butler are arguing with each other.
I saw this. I was
hey, Pickens is 5 yards away, 6 yards away. Go help make the tackle. And look, I'm not trying to pick on Tonka too much, but man, you're a rookie defensive tackle who's been a healthy scratch a lot of his games. Go balls to the wall. If you do the wrong thing, do it hard. You know what I mean? You're fighting for playing time. You're fighting for millions of dollars. And that's the effort you're going to give when you're active? Come on, man. And he's still fighting with them after the play. Anyway.
Oh, man.
But what he can actually get better at. This is one thing. We'll see his one good pass rush rep here in a second. And this is just one example that I want to show because it gets kind of monotonous. But part of the problem is, I think on this one, it's a little just not explosive and kind of slow off the ball. So he doesn't really get much of a push. And a lot of times he's late with his hands. You'll see here, Terrence Steele does a good job of making the first significant contact. Terrence Steele came into this game fighting for his job, and he kept it. Put it that way. I do like too that Tonka after contact he works the hands. You'll see, I think he's gonna take this outside hand and get a little bit of lift on Steele. but because he's just not on an edge at all, and part of it's in the alignment, and he's slow off the ball, like he just can't get around the edge. So Steele ends up winning the rep. So that's one thing. Another area is him as a pass rusher is he get off and then his use of hands.
Yeah.
The one thing though that I will say, like this one was a lot better. You're going to see a little play action here from the Cowboys. So he does a good job of playing the run at first. Like you'll see him do a much better job of shooting his hands and getting his hands up on Guyton. Like Guyton still makes the first significant, but like you kind of see it, the black jersey makes it tough. But he's at least getting his hands up a little bit faster. And then we do see a little bit of him like working the hands after contact, which I like that he's doing. And he eventually wins around the edge. Now, Max Crosby's the one that really makes this play. I'm not trying to hype Tonka up too much on this one. But what I do love is this is the effort that I want to see, where you go in and recover the fumble from the other side of the field. So I like this rep from him. This one was a little bit more encouraging, where he's just using his hands a little bit better, working those hands after contact, and eventually getting through on the edge. Again, not anything that I'm going to write home about too much, but he at least won this rep against Guyton. And then on top of it, now we're seeing some hustle where he's going in and recovering the football.
Yeah, okay.
Now him against the run. And some of these are going to get kind of ugly.
Okay. Yeah, sir.
Yeah. So one thing I'll say is I don't understand what they're doing schematically, because we're going to have Devin White here in the weak side B gap with the tight end on this side. And then Adam Butler's going to slant into the B gap. And then I'm assuming that Tonka Hemingway is going to slant into the A gap here. So I'm assuming that Devin White's going to be responsible for the B gap. But why is he in the middle of the field when the strong side, the tight end's on this side, and he's got to get all the way over here? Is that on Devin White for just not getting aligned correctly, or is that on Patrick Graham for not having him in a good spot? Because you're going to see Lonnie Johnson here. He's going to come crash down, and I'm assuming he's going to be responsible for cleaning up anything that would hit in the A gap. But like you can see, like part of the problem is Devin White, like he's not able to get over and scrape all the way over the top. And on top of it, we'll get to Tonka Hemingway in a second here. Like that's part of the reason why Williams goes for, I think, 11 on this one. I can't remember exactly how many yards, but he gets a first down, and it's just wide ass open. Also, I mean, they get caught with 6 in the box, so they're kind of out gapped here. But back to Tonka, what he can do better. One of the things that he's having an issue with, especially against the run, is his pad level, and his same thing as in the pass rush. His hands are late, so like you're going to see Tyler Booker. Booker's got his hands inside, and then Booker's going to start to lift him a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like you can see, like he kind of gets that lift and stands him up. And on top of it too, like, and I think this comes with the experience. He's slanting, so he's at a bad spot. But when you're slanting to the A gap and you see Booker working to your outside shoulder, like they do on this mid zone, just play into the center, right? Don't try and, what he tries to do is he sees that, tries to redirect and run his feet, and watch what that does to his base. His feet, like his inside foot is outside, or on the opposite side of his outside foot, and that's why he ends up on the ground, especially when BB comes to come help, especially with a strong guy like Tyler Booker, who's got really good grip strength, and he ends up on the ground. Going to see a similar example here. It's going to be a common theme with a lot of these double teams. This time at the 4-eye technique, yeah. I mean, same kind of thing. Just late with his hands, like you'll see. Like who's that? Guyton is going to do a good job of like getting his hands inside and then making that first significant contact. Like you can see Tonka's hands are all the way down by his waist, and he gets stood up, and you got no chance to defend a double team. Base is a lot better on this one.
Yeah,
but when you give up your chest and you're kind of standing up, like you're not going to be able to stay in your gap.
And when you're undersized.
Yeah, exactly. And he looks bigger than he was at South Carolina, so he's put on some weight. I think he's almost 290 now is what they almost have him at the roster. I think 288, but yeah, also a good point. Leverage and use of hands can be big. Here he's going to be at the 3 technique. This pad level. Also, the base comes into play again. You see, he kind of narrows it. Just gets stood up and ridden out. So this one, they actually do a much better job than the rest of the defense. Nice little run support there from Caillou, who actually had a decent game as a run defender, just terrible in coverage.
Yeah, I mean, if he could play linebacker for us.
Yeah.
He could play linebacker.
Maybe. This one's going to be a solo block, and it's the same issue with his hands. A little late off the ball in this one, too. Like, Guyton beats him off the ball, and Guyton just gets right to his chest. Like, you can see that little, hopefully you can see that little blue sleeve right in there. Is getting right on his chest, and he just gets snatched and trapped right to the ground. I think he a little late off the ball in this one, too. Let's see.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, is that a tight end? Who's 80?
80? No, that's Guyton. That's 6. He's just got the long hair.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's a big ass tight end.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, Lord, and a tight end doing snatch and traps.
Yeah, for real.
Right.
Okay. This one I actually liked. I thought he did a much better job at taking on this combo block here. Like, he gets off the ball a lot better on this one. And what I like is he attacks Steele's inside shoulder here. And what that's going to let him do is that's going to let him get in between and kind of split these two blocks. Now, I will say part of the biggest reason why he gets penetration and has a chance to get the TFL is because Guyton and Steele and Booker aren't on the same page. Like, you're going to see Steele go to pick up the edge and Charles Snowden, and then Booker's going to work to the second level. So they kind of just leave him unblocked. But I do like how he takes on this double team and attacks it, because he's attacking the guy he's lined up on, and that allows him to create a little bit of a crease so that he can stay in his gap. Now, here's the problem. Like, he has one tackle this year, but this should have been his first TFL.
Yeah, you gotta make.
And the problem is, like, he just doesn't bring his feet, right? Like, he which is.
Didn't he have an issue in college missing tackles too? Wasn't that the thing?
I can't remember specifically, but it might have. What I will say though is this is like Pete Carroll's even talked about this early in the year. This is a big reason why a lot of the Raiders and a lot of their guys are missing tackles. They don't bring their feet. Granted, gets a little bit of help here. This is only like a 3-yard gain, but yeah, we got to make that play, man. Yeah, especially when the offense gives you a little bit of a gift. And again, you're fighting for playing time. Couple of nice reps here. Again, end on a little bit of a positive note. One-on-one block this time against Terrence Steele. Again, I'm not going to say this is an ass-kicking rep or anything, but I like the pad level a little bit better on this one. Much quicker with his hands. Nice wide base like that you can see here. And he does a good job of moving his feet so that he stays in the gap. And then what I really like on this too is, like, you're going to see him start to feel that Steele is leaning. So he closes the gap with the man. And he's in a spot where, granted, Charles Snowden's unblocked and Crosby wreaks havoc on the play side. Mm-hmm. But even if those two guys like necessarily weren't there, like, Hemingway's in a decent spot to be able to shed this block right here. Pause it. See, you can say he shows color to the outside and then maybe be able to make the tackle here. So it's encouraging. Again, not an ass kicking rep by any means, but
it's a good rep though.
Good rep. Yeah. Doing his job and showing improvement. This one, he was late off the ball, and what I do appreciate is he's much better job of running his feet and then avoid staying in his gap. And to me, like, this is a hold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a hold. Yeah.
Yeah. What I will say though is if he gets his hands up faster, he's not as late off the ball. That's probably not an issue. If he could lock Tyler Guyton out, that would be better. Yeah. But I do like that he's running his feet, and I mean, he ends up winning inside. He just doesn't get the hold call. He almost makes a tackle in this one.
Yeah, that's clear. I'm like, that's clearly a hold.
Yeah. I don't know. 122. You're not doing your job there, bud. Help the rookie out.
Oh man. Get some eyes, bro.
For real. Last rep here. This is the most encouraging rep I thought he had all night, because this is a great opportunity where if we had anybody in this gap, like, and Williams stays on his path, Tonka Hemingway is making this tackle, because you're going to see the pad level's much better. Like, he has helmet slightly under Guyton's here. He's going to lock Guyton out, and that's what I really like. That long arm move. One arm's longer than two, and like, he sheds Guyton to where, again, if Williams if Williams hits this in the play side B gap, that's Hemingway's tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Problem is, no one's in the fucking B gap. And I don't know what exactly they're trying to do here, because, like, at first I thought this might have been on Devin White, but then I'm sitting there like, it has
to be Roberts, right?
Yeah, it's got to be Roberts because Crosby, I think, Crosby's doing his freelancing where he closes the gap with the tight end. And I think that makes Devin White look worse, but Devin White's doing his job because he's supposed to be. He basically White adjusts off of Crosby where he now takes responsibility for the C gap, and then you have the alley player, and I guess with the coverage they're running, Stokes is bailing. But basically, the point I'm trying to get at here is now that means they're having White 2 gap where he's not it's like a 31 linebacker technique where like he's responsible for the three technique basically, or the B gap if the play flows to him, and then inside, or the one technique, or the backside A gap if it goes away from him. So what Roberts is doing is he's supposed to kind of like slow play it a little bit when he's got the 2 gaps and kind of just shuffle. And then once the running back commits, now we go meet him in the hole. But if you notice, I'll back this up a little bit. He steps down, right, and then Butler doesn't have a good job taking on his block, so he gets caught in the trash, and he can't go cover this backside A gap when Williams cuts it back. So again, I'm not thrilled with the scheme on this one, partially because I don't think they're like to me like the way I'd rather see the play that is let's put Roberts in the B gap, White in the backside A gap. And then you can put Crosby here, and then the corner or Chin can kind of fill in the alley. But I don't know. I guess with the coverage call out they had, that wasn't going to work. But yeah, and then Williams ends up getting 19. And what I'm really pissed about is because again, this should be a tackle for Tonka Hemingway because he has a great rep. This is one of the instances where he actually does his job, where he does his job well, and everyone else kind of lets him down. The play call lets him down.
Yeah. So, welcome to Raiders football 2025.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. That's basically how it goes with defenses. There's usually 1 or 2 guys doing their job, like a couple guys doing their job, and then just someone screwing it up for them, or they're screwed by the play call, and it's just not working. But
I was just not expecting this type of game week 11 when in August. I was just thinking in August, would I think the Raiders would put this type of film out there? No, I just couldn't see it. I'm mad at myself that I I didn't see this coming.
Drank the Kool-Aid again. We all did it, man. We fell for Pete Carroll. All I do is win 10 games.
Yeah, man. All I win 10 games. Geno Smith in this Seahawks film. I'm just Chip Kelly. Then it's like, that was just mostly Ryan Day, I guess. Because I saw them run some play. Ryan Day run some play. They ran with Will Howard, and I was like, you know what? You're a liar. You're a charlatan. Anyways, all right, guys. But we'll be back this weekend. Doing some more college stuff. I'm gonna be deep diving into some quarterback. I don't know which one. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'll do that for you guys. For Draft Fanatics, I'm doing wide receivers this week, so I'm actually excited to just watch some different quarterbacks actually because I've watched like 10 of these guys already. So, but we'll do something for college. Then we got Friday Night Live, and then we got Instant Reaction to Sunday, the Shador Sanders Bowl. This could be if Shador Sanders beats us. This is all we're gonna have questions on. Why didn't they take Shador? They should have took Shador, even if he plays good, But yeah, I mean, I want him to play well because then they won't draft a quarterback if we win. I want him to throw for 300 yards and something happens. They just have like a bunch of stupid Browns fumbles or something. Yeah. And he just goes out there and puts this promising performance out there. And I think there's something there. That's what I want from Shador Sanders this week. I'm not gonna lie. I want the Browns to think there's something there.
I mean, plus if they win, that helps the old draft stock a little bit. And that'd be a big loss for the Raiders because now they don't. The Browns have the tiebreaker, if you will, which kind of goes either way. The way depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. We can't have it too bad anymore because Aiden O'Connell is off IR, and he's coming to kill our draft spot. He's coming to do it. He's coming.
He's got that Giants game circled on his calendar.
You want to draft a quarterback, huh? Here's 2 wins. Here's 4-13 again. All right, guys, we're out of here. So hit the subscribe button. Subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Peace.
Peace.